Gina here, and I am back to welcome you to a new Let's Play. We're going to be starting not Jak 2, not Jak 3, but the original Jak and Daxter. I am so excited to start this. I have been waiting and waiting so long to start this game. I actually have this game as well on the PS2, but I'm going to bring it to you in the HD version, which is the PS3 that came out a couple of years ago. I want to say like 3 years ago, I think. I don't remember exactly. But maybe we'll be doing Jak 2 and Jak 3 later on in my LP career or whatever. But we're going to go in order, and that is why we're going to go ahead and press the X button and start with the original Jak and Daxter. I'm so excited, guys. Y'all have no idea. This game is a big part of my childhood. I grew up with this game. I grew up with Naughty Dog before they kind of got a little more, I guess, adult-ish in their games. Sony Computer Entertainment presents an awesome game that is now loading. Oh, and we have Daxter here. He's kind of scratching his little booty. He's going to do a little dance for us. But yes, this is back when Naughty Dog was doing their more humorous games like Crash Bandicoot and Naughty Dog, or Naughty Jak and Daxter. Woo! Our title screen! Jak and Daxter, the Precursor Legacy. We're gonna go ahead and press start. And we're gonna go to new game. We're gonna go to empty. Those other two files are my practice files. But yes, there is going to be a cutscene here coming up, and I'm just gonna be quiet and let y'all watch it.
I have spent my life searching for the answers that my father and my father's fathers failed to find. Who were the precursors? Why did they create the vast monoliths that litter our planet? How did they harness eco, the life energy of the world? What was their purpose? And why did they vanish? I have asked the plants, but they do not remember. The plants have asked the rocks, but the rocks do not recall. Even the rocks do not recall. Every bone in my body tells me that the answers rest on the shoulders of a young boy. Oblivious to his destiny, uninterested in the search for truth, and rejecting of my guidance. And why would he want to listen to old Samus the Sage anyway? I'm only the master of green eco, one of the wisest men on the planet. So it seems the answer begins not with careful research or sensible thinking. Nay, as with many of fate's mysteries, it begins with but a small act of disobedience.
Hey! Jak, old green stuff told us not to come here.
Continue your search for artifacts and eco. If the locals possess precursor items, you know what to do.
Deal harshly with anybody who strays from the village. We will attack it in due time.
What are we doing here anyway, Jak? This place gives me the creeps. Huh? Oh, stupid precursor junk. Eek! What is that dark ooze? It sure don't look friendly. The sage yaps on about the precursors that built this place all the time. Where did they go? Why did they build this crud? Now, I like precursor orbs and power cells as much as the next guy. But if you ask me, they must have been real losers. Wow! How did you do that? I think we're in trouble! Ow! we shouldn't have come here, and you listened! What? Ah! Okay. I'm fine.
What in green tarnation do you two want?
I was...
Don't tell me! Instead of heeding my wisdom, the two of you went mucking around in the only place that I told you not to go! Misty Island!
That's right! And then...
And, Daxter, you finally took a much-needed bath, but in a bathtub filled with dark eco.
Look, old man! Are you gonna keep yapping, or are you gonna help me out of this mess?
I'm gonna keep yapping, because in my professional opinion, the change is an improvement. And besides, I couldn't help you if I wanted to.
What?
There's only one person who has studied Dark Eco long enough to have a chance at returning you to your previous form. Carl Acheron, the Sage. But he lives far to the north. Far to the north. Nobody has spoken to him in ages. I would teleport you there, but I can't do that either. None of the three sages that maintain the other teleporter gates have seen fit to turn their ends on for quite a while. The only other way north is by foot through the Fire Canyon, but its volcanic soil is hot enough to melt precursor metal. You can't just walk through it.
But you could fly over it, if you had a zoomer equipped with a heat shield. I just happen to be working on such a thing at this very moment. All I would need is 20 power cells to give it enough energy to withstand the canyon's heat. Isn't that right, Daddy?
Yes, Kira, that might work. But where are a boy and a half going to get 20 power cells?
From the villagers. Most of them have a power cell or two stashed away somewhere. And even if they aren't willing to just give them away, greasing their palms with a few Precursor Orbs should do the trick. And I bet there are even more of them out in the wilds just waiting for some brave adventurer to find.
Well, we've got the brave adventurer at least.
Brave adventurer? You two couldn't find your way out of the village without training. Before you do anything else, you better go through the warp gate and get some practice on Geyser Rock.
We won't find any more of that dark gooey eco stuff, will we? 'Cause I'd hate to fall in again and turn into you.
Get in there before I turn you both into ferns.
Alrighty, so that was kind of like our little introduction to this game. Basically, our friend Daxter got thrown into some dark eco, and he got turned into a fair-looking thing. And the gist of the whole game is basically us navigating through the world of Jak and Daxter, trying to find out how to turn our friend back to his regular self. And then we kind of meet the villains of the game, the man and woman.
My father and I can give you advice at any time during your quest.
And this is Kira. She's going to be communicating with us through this little thingamabobber. So I'll try to be quiet. Sometimes she likes to pop up at random areas. But this is just like a little practice run. Like Samos, the Sage, was saying, a little practice run on how to play the game and basically what everything is. So, like I said, I'll try to be quiet while she talks, but she kind of comes out randomly and I don't know when to expect it.
These floating egg-shaped things are Precursor Orbs. Collect enough of them, and some of the villagers will give you a power cell in exchange.
So she kind of explains everything to her for us. I don't have to do any of the work. These things look like little Easter eggs, but basically this game is a collectathon. A big collectathon. I don't mind collectathons. I love them. And it's like a collectathon.
This is a power cell, the most important precursor artifact you can find. You need to collect 20 of these so I can power the heat shield for your A-Grab Zoomer.
Okay. Before we were rudely interrupted. This reminds me a lot of Banjo-Kazooie kind of thing. Platformer, so to speak. So it's very similar to those types of games. And when this little icon pops up, it says it's saving. Do not turn the system off. Okay, let's just continue.
Sometimes you want to hit things with a greater force. To break one of these boxes,
Yeah, and sometimes same as just Sage will come up. And these are just here to practice hitting enemies. These little... Okay.
Eco, which contains the energy of motion. Blue Eco allows you to run fast, break boxes, and even activate some precursor artifacts when you get near them.
Yep, so the Blue Eco is kind of like our power supply, I guess you could say, in this game. Well, no. Well, it depends. Our energy, like, if we... Yes, I found the scouter. So basically what these scouters do... I'm just going to explain it. I'm not going to let her explain it. If you collect 7 of these, then you will find yourself a power cell. So this one should be the last one. Once you get 7, you get a power cell. So in every stage, basically there's going to be 7 of them. So, I'll go more in depth on that.
Scoutfly had a power cell. I'll bet if you collect all 7 in each area, you can find even more power cells.
I know, I just explained that. You don't need to explain things again. And when you get these blue ecos, if you notice, all these little eggs will fly around you, and actually, and then the boxes will break on their own. You don't have to do anything. Just keep collecting blue eco.
You pick up increases the time you can use its power.
And I think I can actually go down on this beach. I just forgot. Let's see. I think so. I think there's certain things down here. You can move the camera around with the other joystick of the PlayStation button. Avoid going into the water because there will be sharks there. So no, you cannot swim into those areas. There will be sharks. So yeah, see, we missed this little area right here. So let's collect all the stuff. We want to get everything in this area because that's what he wants us to do, is get every little last thing before we go back to the hut that Samos and Kira are at. And they actually have a pretty cool story behind them, especially in Jak 2. I really like the way Jak 2 was designed. Oh my goodness. That's, Jak 2 really shows... Oh, come on, camera. Camera, work with me! What was I saying? Oh my god. Okay, so y'all can tell I'm not that good at platformers. Come on! Oh, I have not played this game in a long time, so I will mess up a lot. Trust me. Trust me. Come on. And then they will explain what these green things do eventually, so... Let's see if, there we go.
Precursor Door. It can only be opened by approaching the door while channeling blue eco through your body.
So yep, for us to open that door, we have to go to this little vent over here, and they'll explain as well what that is.
That's a blue eco vent. More concentrated than the floating clusters. This vent will give you a full charge of blue eco, letting you use it for the maximum time.
But yeah, once we go through this, bam, our blue eco is at full, and then Jak does go a little faster. He walks and runs a little faster. And here's another power cell, so I believe there's 7 total in this area, or 5, I forgot. The little practice area.
Good work.
3, okay, so we have 3.
Caused the door to open. With blue eco,
Yes, you just told us that, man! No. They're not as annoying as Fee in Skyward Sword, so I'll just say that. You won't have a little side... Well, Daxter is kind of your sidekick. He does tell you things on what to do, like, hey, let's do this, but it's not as annoying. I actually like Daxter.
Balls of energy on the ground are a type of eco. Pick up 50 small green ecos, or 1 big green one to increase your health.
But yes, your health is, if y'all haven't noticed earlier, it's going to be this green heart divided in either 3 or 4 sections, I forgot. And if you collect 50 of those little green things, it will recharge your heart piece by 1 sliver. So, okay, we got all Precursor Orbs and Geyser Rock. I believe this is the last power cell. Daxter is so funny, I love him! Let's see, 4. Did we miss one? Oh, there's my timer. I think we did. Yeah, we did. We missed one, so we're gonna have to go through the whole thing again and see where we miss it. Good thing this thing just goes back and forth. Let's see, where did we miss it? I thought I went through everything. Obviously not if I missed something. Like I said, guys, I have not played this game in like forever. I apologize. Oh, I don't think I went over here, did I? Oh, I cannot get up there. Come on, Jack. No. Oh well. I will meet y'all where I will find the last precursor. I don't want y'all to just watch and see where... Oh god, okay. To see where I goofed up at. So, I'll meet ya back. Oh my god, guys, I am so stupid. We actually did collect everything already. If you press your start screen and this pops up and it gives you a kind of a little list on everything. So we did collect all 4 power cells. I didn't even notice that because usually it tells you, oh, collected all power cells or whatever, but I guess not. So I wasted all my time and it's already dusk and the sun has already set outside, so let us go back to Samos's hut and we'll press... I'm sorry, it kind of got distracted from my window outside. We'll press circle to warp back. I'm so silly, oh my god. Like I said, it's been a long time.
Good training, boys. But that's nothing compared to the challenges that lie ahead.
Then no problem. We got the moves, eh, Jack? We'd love to stay and chat, Big Green, but we're, itching to get on with our adventures.
Fine, fine. Adventure away, then. And while you're out adventuring, why don't you make yourself useful? My darn green eco-collectors are clogged up again. Head out to the far side of the beach and clear them out, why don't you? Follow the lamps. They'll take you right there. Now, all of you, get out of here!
So this game can be very humorous. Here's the little piranha plant thing that he has. So basically, Samos kind of gave us where to go first. And before we end this episode, we're gonna go talk to Kira because she actually is right below the hut. I guess this is like her room or something. But we're gonna go talk to her.
Hey, baby. What do you say you and I go cruising on this A-Grav Zoomer?
Rule number 1, I don't date animals.
You don't know what you're missing.
Listen, if you need something to keep you busy, my father always talked about an ancient precursor pipeline hidden deep underground. Some of these pipes end in vents from which eco flows freely, and some have been capped off so that the eco is sealed back. There must be a way to turn the capped vents on. I traced part of the pipeline back to the Forbidden Temple. Maybe you should look there for some type of switch.
But yeah, so Kira tells us to go to an ancient temple, and Samos tells us to go open up his green eco vents. Those are going to be 2 separate stages, and we will definitely be tackling those. And there's not specific order, but we'll see what we do. So before we continue on, I'm actually going to call this for an episode. But if y'all have ever played the original Jak and Daxter on the PS2, there is a big change on graphics, definitely the HDness, and it's just, you know, it runs at a faster frame rate. It's just beautiful, and I really love the entrance of this town because it has like a little shrine. It reminds me a lot of like the Japanese shrines and things like that. Very beautiful game. Definitely, if you've never played it before, I highly recommend you to pick up a copy today. And if you don't have a PlayStation 3, you better get one. Alright, well, this has been the first episode of Jak and Daxter, the Precursor Legacy. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see y'all in the next one. Bye-bye!